This is something new I want to do. It's going to be a maybe weekly, unscripted, just kind of, we'll call it a ramble. My general thoughts on things I'm experiencing, things I see out in the world, what I'm personally working on, and hopefully, if you watch this and you stick with it, you'll get some value out of it too. At the very least, maybe some pause and reflective points for yourself. One of the things I'm personally working on right now is to really absolve. I think that might be a near impossibility, but at the very least, dramatically reduce the amount of judgment I pass on to others and especially onto myself. Full transparency, this is the fourth time starting this video because the first time I didn't like the angle, the second time I didn't like the lighting, the third time I didn't like how I started stuttering at the beginning. Talk about a lot of judgment. The reason why it's so important for me to start working on this is because my aspiration is to find myself more and more in higher emotional states, more bliss, more happiness, more joy, more fun, more love, more laughter. And when I judge somebody else, while it might feel kind of good at the moment, a little pat on the back, yeah, I'm better than them, my perception. When I'm really honest about it, it pulls me out of happiness. It pulls me out of my joy. It definitely pulls me way out of love. And it puts me in more of a state that I don't necessarily really want to spend a lot of time in. Comparison, seeking external validation, belittling someone else to try to build myself up, whatever that emotion that is derived from that is. What I've been doing to work on it is a simple exercise, and I'll give you an example. When I was at the gym today, even though I'm working hard, even though I'm huffing and puffing, that is often one of the prime locations where my judgmental voice is the loudest because there's lots of people, lots of stimulus, lots of opportunities to judge. Oh, their form sucks. Not as strong. Look at them in the way, blah, blah, blah. And I'll give you some specific examples. There was a person who was on the machine that I wanted to use, and they were kind of dilly-dallying, playing on their phone, not really working out. The judgmental voice said something to the effect of, look at how ridiculous they're dressed. They look like the Southwest airline colors. Boy, they obviously didn't pay attention to the recent Southwest debacle. And then there's some other colorful language in there. Another person who was on a different machine that I wanted to use. Gosh, look at them, dragging ass, taking forever to use this. And I'm not proud to admit this, right? It's like just these voices just jump out before I even can catch them. It's like they started on your market set and they're already running before I even get to go, because that's how our unconscious mind works, isn't it? It's often way, way faster than consciously we are even aware of. Awareness always precedes transformation, and it's not to judge myself for the judgment I'm passing on to others. What it is to do is just try to course correct. And what I did with each of these individuals, as well as all the others I won't bore you with the examples with, is when I caught myself judging, I paused, took a breath, and asked myself, how can I send love this person's way? How can I send kindness this way? For the Southwest Airlines person, it was something to the effect of, it's really so awesome you're here. I said this to myself about them. I didn't necessarily go and say it to them. It's really so awesome to see you that you're here exercising and you're working on bettering yourself. I wish you an incredible day and an awesome weekend. For the other person who was on the other machine, they were on the ground and it looked like they were kind of slow to get up, and going up to them and just simply asking, hey, what helps me sometimes with this exercise is if I use a mat to kind of give me some support. Would you like a mat? And then waiting for the response and giving it to them. That felt better. Both of those felt much better than that judgmental kind of dopamine hit that you get from patting yourself on the back and making yourself better than somebody else. And we've all experienced this to varying degrees the last few years when we get into those keyboard wars with the strangers online and we're trying to prove our point, or more importantly, disprove theirs. Before I left the gym, I made an effort to send love, kindness, compassion to at least probably 7, 8 other people on the way out, complimenting in my mind. Again, I'm not going up to them, but complimenting their shoes, sending a well wish their way, wishing them even something as simple as a nice workout. What I found was this. When I left the gym, I felt better about me. And it's not just because of the workout and the endorphin high and all that. I genuinely felt more happy, more joy, more love, all the things I'm really after. So much of our reality is just made up. It's all constructed in here. It's an imagination then that we manifest out into the world by perceiving someone as that and then looking for all the evidence to support it. If it's true to one extreme, it can also likely be true to the other. So if you're somebody like me and you're wanting to work on judgment of yourself, judgment of others, you're wanting to find more happiness, joy in your life, you're wanting to release yourself from the times that you find yourself handcuffed to others by attaching your emotional well-being to them, give that exercise a try. As you silently pass people, as you silently interact with people throughout the day, in person or online, send love their way, send compassion, send kindness, send a compliment. I promise you, if you do it consistently, you'll see a really wonderful improvement in your own life. Hope this helps.